Hi, I'm Mary Gray, 30 years old now, and let me tell you, I'm finally living that dream life. Great job in graphic design, cozy apartment in the city, and a circle of friends who actually have my back. But oh man, if you knew the hell I crawled out of to get here, you'd be shocked. It all exploded 4 years ago when my sneaky backstabbing sister framed me for stealing $12,000 from our parents' safe. I was only 22, fresh out of college, and bam, she planted that cash in my room to make sure Dad cut me out of the inheritance. I didn't fight back right away. No, I played the long game, gathering dirt while she thought she'd won. Fast forward to last month, her fancy baby shower packed with our extended family, her smug fiancé, and all her fake friends. I showed up with a smile, gift in hand, but inside I was boiling. As everyone oohed and ah-ed over her pregnancy glow, I pulled out my phone and played a video that shattered everything. It was her caught red-handed, stealing 10 times that amount, $120,000, from the same safe years later. The room went dead silent. Guests started whispering, then bolting for the door. Her fiancé's face turned ghost white. He called off the wedding right there in front of everyone. And me? I walked away with the full inheritance, no regrets. But listen, this didn't come out of nowhere. My family's been toxic as hell my whole life, favoritism dripping like poison. Who does that to their own sister? I was the scapegoat from day one, while Emily, yeah that's her name, my older sister by 2 years, could do no wrong. Growing up in our big house in suburbia, Dad was this stern businessman, always praising Emily for her ambition, which basically meant she was a manipulative little snake even as a kid. Mom just enabled it, too scared to rock the boat. I remember being 8, excited for my birthday party. Emily, 10 at the time, accidentally spilled juice all over my new dress right before guests arrived. But it wasn't an accident, she smirked when no one was looking. Dad laughed it off, said I was clumsy. That was the pattern, her messing with me, then blaming me. By middle school, it got worse. She'd steal my homework, claim it as hers, and I'd get detention for not turning it in. Teachers believed her because she was the good one. I cried myself to sleep so many nights, wondering why my own family hated me. But I kept quiet, tried to be perfect, thinking maybe I'd earn their love. Ha, what a joke. Then high school hit, and Emily ramped it up. She spread rumors that I was sleeping around, even though I was a total nerd focused on art club. Boys avoided me, girls whispered. One time, she hacked my social media, back when it was MySpace, and posted fake confessions. I got suspended for a week. Dad grounded me extra, said I was embarrassing the family. Mom just baked cookies for Emily as a stress reliever. I was furious, but what could I do? I was 15, trapped. Looking back, it was all building to that $12,000 frame job. But the real kicker? I found out later she wasn't just petty, she was a thief long before. And I have proof. You won't believe how deep this rabbit hole goes. Okay, let's rewind to where it really started rotting, my childhood. I mean, from the moment I could talk, it was clear, Emily was the golden child, and I was the afterthought. Dad, this big-shot real estate guy, always said Emily had his killer instinct. Me? I was too sensitive, too into drawing and daydreaming. Mom, a stay-at-home type, just nodded along, terrified of his temper. We'd have family dinners where Emily would kick me under the table, hard enough to bruise, and if I yelped, I'd get scolded for causing drama. Who the hell does that to a little kid? I was 6 when she first stole something of mine, a necklace Grandma gave me for Christmas. It was cheap, but it meant the world. Emily wore it to school the next day, claimed it was hers. When I told Mom, she said, "Share with your sister, Mary. Don't be selfish." Selfish? I was livid, but I learned quick, complaining made it worse. By age 9, Emily was sabotaging my friendships. I'd invite girls over for playdates, and she'd accidentally break their toys or tell lies like Mary peed her bed last night. Kids stopped coming. I spent recesses alone, drawing in the corner, while Emily ruled the playground. Dad praised her social skills, bought her new clothes. Me? Hand-me-downs that didn't fit. One Christmas, I saved my allowance for months to buy Emily a doll she wanted, thinking maybe it'd make her like me. She opened it, smiled sweetly, then later that night, I found it smashed in the trash. Oops, she said when I confronted her. It fell. Bullshit. I cried, but kept it to myself. Teens made it darker. Entering high school at 14, I thought maybe things would change. Nope. Emily was a junior, already queen bee. She convinced her friends to bully me, notes in my locker calling me ugly, tripping me in the halls. Once, she swapped my gym clothes with stained ones from Lost and Found. The whole class laughed when I changed. I begged Mom to switch schools, but she said, "Sisters fight, it'll pass." Pass? It was torture. Then came the boyfriend sabotage. I had my first crush at 16, this sweet guy from art class named Jake. We started dating, innocent stuff like holding hands. Emily flirted with him shamelessly, then told him I cheated. He dumped me via text. I confronted her, screaming in our room. She just laughed. "You're too plain for him anyway." I slapped her, first time I fought back. Dad grounded me for a month, said I was violent. Emily got a spa day to recover. I was seething, plotting little revenges like hiding her makeup, but nothing big. Yet. College loomed, and I worked my ass off for scholarships because Dad said he'd only pay for Emily's prestigious school. I got into a state uni on my own merit, studying design. Emily went to some Ivy wannabe, partying on Dad's dime. But the real outrage? Summers home, she'd borrow my stuff and never return it. Laptop charger, clothes, even money from my wallet. "Family shares," Mom said. "Shares my ass." It was theft, plain and simple. And it was escalating. By 20, I caught her rifling through my drawers, but she played innocent. Little did I know, she was practicing for the big one. God, typing this, my blood's boiling all over again. But wait till you hear what she did when I turned 22, it nearly broke me for good. Alright, diving deeper into the teen years because that's when the cruelty went from petty to straight up vicious. I was 13 when Emily, 15, decided to up her game. We shared a bathroom, and she'd hog it for hours, leaving me late for school. But one morning, I found my toothbrush in the toilet. "Prank," she said. "Prank?" I gagged, but Dad laughed, called it sibling fun. Fun for who? Not me, brushing with toothpaste on my finger. School got brutal. Emily joined cheerleading, I tried out too, wanted to fit in. She rigged the tryouts, told the coach I had mono. I didn't make the team, spent the year as the loner artist. Friends? What friends? She'd invite my few buddies to parties, then badmouth me so they'd ditch. By 15, I had anxiety attacks, hyperventilating in the bathroom stalls. Mom took me to a doctor, but blamed stress on teen hormones, not Emily's mind games. Then the family vacation from hell at 16. We went to Disney, supposed to be magical. Emily lost my park pass on day 1, claimed I misplaced it. Dad made me stay at the hotel while they rode rides. I sat alone, sketching Mickey with tears blurring the lines. Who isolates their kid like that? Back home, it darkened. Emily started dating this popular guy, but flirted with everyone. When I confided in her about liking someone, she'd swoop in. Happened twice. Second time, with Alex from band, she kissed him at a party I wasn't invited to. Photos circulated. I was devastated, confronted her in tears. Grow up, Mary. Not everyone's meant for love. Her words cut deep. I stopped dating, focused on grades. But she sabotaged that too, hacked my email, sent rude messages to teachers. I got detention, grades slipped. Dad yelled, "Why can't you be more like Emily?" Like her? A liar? By 17, I worked part-time at a cafe to save for college. Emily stole from my tip jar, $50 here, $20 there. I locked my door, but she'd pick it. Mom said, "She's just borrowing." Borrowing without asking is stealing. I was furious, started documenting in a secret journal. Little revenges, salt in her coffee, but nothing satisfying. Graduation approached. I was valedictorian material, but Emily accidentally deleted my final project file. I had to redo it overnight, barely passed. At the ceremony, Dad clapped louder for her mediocre speech. Post-high school, I moved out for college dorms at 18. Freedom? Kinda. But holidays home were nightmares. Emily bragged about her sorority, while I worked 2 jobs. She'd mock my poor student life. One Thanksgiving, she spilled wine on my laptop, ruined. No apology, just giggles. Dad bought her a new one for Christmas. I was done pretending. But the worst was brewing. At 21, interning in the city, I came home less. Emily, flunking classes, blamed me somehow. She'd call, fake nice, pump for info, then twist it. Like telling Dad I was partying too much when I was studying. He cut my allowance. I scraped by on ramen. God, the rage built slow, but steady. And then, at 22, she crossed the line that shattered everything. You think this is bad? It gets so much worse. Wait for the frame job that left me homeless and heartbroken. Now, early adulthood, where the family's toxicity hit peak outrage. I graduated at 22, top of my class in graphic design, landed a junior gig at a firm. Proud? Hell yes. But home for the summer before starting? Nightmare. Emily, 24, was between jobs, mooching off Dad. She'd lounge around, criticizing my outfits, my hair, my everything. You'll never make it in the real world, she'd sneer. Mom just smiled, sisters tease. Tease? It was demolition. Then the money vanished. Dad kept cash in his office safe, emergency fund, he called it. $12,000 gone one weekend while I was visiting. He flipped out, accused the maid first. But Emily found an envelope in my room, stuffed with the exact amount. Mary, how could you? She wailed, fake tears flowing. I was stunned. I didn't. But Dad searched my stuff, found evidence, a receipt she planted. He raged, called me a thief, a disappointment. Mom cried, but sided with him. We raised you better. Better? They raised a monster in Emily. I begged, swore innocence, but no. He kicked me out that night. No car, no money, just my backpack. I crashed on a friend's couch, sobbing. Who frames their sister for theft? Over inheritance? Dad's will favored Emily already, but this sealed it. He changed it that week, cut me out completely. Emily got it all, house, stocks, everything worth millions. I was livid, but broke. Started my job couch surfing, eating cheap. Friends helped, but humiliation burned. Emily texted smugly, karma for being a brat. Brat? Me? I blocked her, but the pain festered. Over months, I pieced it together. Cameras in the house? Dad had security for his office. But Emily knew codes, avoided them? I suspected, but no proof yet. Meanwhile, life ground on. At 23, I got my own tiny apartment, worked overtime. Family? Radio silence, except Mom's guilt-trippy calls, forgive and forget. Forget? Never. Holidays alone, I built walls. By 24, Emily announced engagement to this rich guy, Tom lawyer, loaded. Dad threw a lavish party, I wasn't invited. Saw pics online, her beaming, him clueless. Jealous? Nah, furious. She partied on stolen glory. But whispers reached me, Aunt Sue mentioned Emily's spending sprees. Odd, since she didn't work. I dug quietly, hired a cheap PI friend from college. Found bank trails, mysterious deposits. Then jackpot, she was embezzling from Dad's business. Small at first, but growing. I kept silent, gathered more. At 25, Dad's health dipped, heart issues. Emily cared for him, but really controlled finances. Mom enabled, blind. I visited once, secretly. Dad barely spoke, called me the thief. Crushed me. But I noticed the safe, upgraded, with hidden cam I installed years ago for fun. Waited. By 26, evidence mounted, emails, receipts. Emily stole $120,000 total, funneled to her accounts. Video proof from that cam, her cracking it late nights. I copied it all, bided time. Life improved, promotion boyfriend, broke up later, but nice while it lasted. But rage simmered. Her pregnancy announcement at 28? Perfect timing. Baby shower invite came. Pity invite? Or gloat? I RSVP'd yes, plan locked. God, the anticipation was electric. But the breaking point? That came right before, when she pushed one final soul-crushing betrayal that snapped my last thread of mercy. Here it is, the absolute breaking point that turned my pain into ice-cold fury. I was 26, 4 years post-frame job, when Dad's health crashed hard. Heart attack. Hospitalized, he rewrote the will again, still all to Emily, but with a clause: if she had a kid, extra trusts. Me? Zilch, labeled untrustworthy. Mom called sobbing, "Come see him, Mary. Family's family." Family? After they threw me out like trash? But I went, hoping for closure. Walked into that sterile room, Dad frail in bed. Emily there, pregnant belly showing early, rubbing it smugly. "Look who's here," she cooed. Dad glanced up, scowled. "What do you want? Money?" I bit my tongue. "Just to check on you." He huffed. "Should have thought of that before stealing." I protested again, but Emily interrupted. "Dad, don't stress. She's probably here to beg." Beg? I was shaking. Then she dropped the bomb. "Actually, Mary, since you're here, Tom and I are naming the baby after Grandma. And Dad's gifting us the house post-baby." The house, my childhood home, memories twisted but still mine. All hers. But worse, as I left, Emily followed to the hall, whispered viciously, "You know I did plant that $12,000. Had to, you were always the favorite deep down. Dad talked about splitting fair. Couldn't have that." She admitted it, grinning like a demon. "And the $120,000? Pocket change. They'll never know." She patted her belly. "This little one's set for life." I froze, disbelief crashing. Who confesses like that? Arrogant, thinking I'd stay silent forever. Humiliation hit peak, years of abuse, now this gloat while Dad died slowly. I stormed out, tears burning, but inside? Snap. No more victim. That night, alone in my apartment, I screamed into a pillow, punched walls till knuckles bled. How dare she? Rage boiled over, childhood slights, teen torments, adult betrayals, all culminating in this soul crush. I paced till dawn, plotting. No forgiveness. She destroyed me once, now I'd dismantle her world. Gathered my evidence folder, videos, bank statements, even that old journal. Backed it up online, multiple drives. Called my PI buddy, dig deeper. Found more, Emily cheating on Tom with his best friend, texts proving. But the theft video? Gold. Her on cam, safe open, stuffing cash into her bag. Time-stamped, clear as day. I practiced the reveal in the mirror, voice steady despite the storm inside. Her baby shower loomed, perfect stage. Invite said 100 guests, fancy venue. She'd gloat, open gifts, play perfect mom-to-be. Me? The uninvited bomb. Wait, I was invited, barely. But now, armed. Days blurred in anger-fueled prep. Couldn't eat, barely slept. Friends noticed, "Mary, you okay?" "Fine," I lied. Inside, triumph brewed. This wasn't just revenge, it was justice. For every tear, every lie. God, I was ready to burn it all down. And when the day came, oh, you won't believe the twist I had waiting. It flipped everything, and she never saw it coming. The twist? I wasn't the weak little sister she thought. No, I'd been building an arsenal in secret, turning pain into power. After her confession in the hospital, I went full detective mode. That hidden cam in Dad's office? I'd installed it at 18 for security, after a break-in scare, wireless, app-linked, forgotten by all but me. Checked footage remotely for years, spotting Emily's thefts. First small, $5K here, $10,000 there. But the big one? $120,000 in one go, 2 years back, to fund her lavish lifestyle. Video crystal, her glancing around, code in, cash out. Smirking. I downloaded it all, edited a highlight reel, undeniable. But I didn't stop there. Hacked her old email, easy, she used Princess 123 forever, found receipts for luxury bags, trips, even payoffs to silence an ex. And the affair? PI got photos, her with Tom's buddy, hotel lobbies. Texts too, Tom's clueless, baby's his, maybe. Whoa, paternity bomb. Didn't use it, too low, even for her. But the theft? Fair game. I stayed silent those 4 years, playing defeated. Let her think she'd won. Worked my job, built savings, therapy helped channel rage. Cold justice, my therapist said. Damn right. Baby shower week, I prepped. Burned a USB with the video, plus printouts of banks. Told no one, surprise was key. Day of, dressed nice, gift box hiding the drive. Venue swanky, balloons, cake, 100 guests cooing. Emily glowed, Tom beaming. Extended family there, aunts, uncles, cousins who'd shunned me post-frame. Mom hugged awkward, glad you came. Dad absent, too sick. Party started, games, toasts. Emily opened gifts, onesies, strollers. My turn last. From Mary, she read, fake smile. I stood. Actually, one more. Plugged my phone into the projector, meant for slideshows. A family video, I said sweetly. Room hushed. Played it, Emily on cam, stealing. Gasps. What's this? She shrieked. I narrated calmly, that's you sis, taking $120,000 from Dad's safe. And remember the $12,000 you framed me for? Here's proof it was you. Showed emails, plants. Chaos erupted. Guests murmured, horrified. Aunt Sue yelled, Emily, explain. She stammered, fake. She's lying. But video don't lie. Tom went pale, is this real? I nodded. Check the dates. He stormed out, guests following, half the room empty in minutes. Cousins glared, uncles muttered disgrace. Mom wailed, Mary why? Justice, I snapped. Emily collapsed sobbing, but I felt nothing. Cops? Not yet, but I emailed Dad the files from the car. He called later broken, how could she? Changed the will that night, all to me. Inheritance mine. But the real flip? I walked away empowered, her empire crumbling. And the fallout? Oh, it was deliciously destructive. Wait till you hear how she hit rock bottom. Revenge landed like a freight train, and damn, it felt good watching them shatter. Post-shower, the venue cleared out fast, guests grabbing coats, whispering thief and poor baby. Emily huddled in a corner, mascara streaking, belly clutched like armor. You bitch, she hissed at me. Me? I just smiled. Karma, sis. Tom? Gone. Texted her later, wedding off. Paternity test or lawsuit. Turns out, he lawyered up quick, froze joint accounts, kicked her out of their condo. She crashed at Mom's, but Dad? Furious. From his hospital bed, he watched the video on loop, raging. My own daughter. Disinherited her completely, will revised, everything to me, house portfolio, $2 million total. Emily begged him, Daddy, forgive me. Nope. He cut contact, told nurses no visitors named Emily. Mom tried mediating, she's pregnant, Mary. Have heart. Heart? After they broke mine? I hung up. Word spread, family chat exploded. Aunts unfriended her on Facebook, cousins blocked. One uncle called cops anonymously, embezzlement charges filed. Emily arrested at Mom's, belly showing in mugshot. Bail? Tom refused, Dad too. She spent a night in jail sobbing. Trial pending, but evidence airtight, facing years, fines. Baby? Born in chaos, but Tom's test confirmed his lucky kid. He sued for custody, won partial. Emily? Broke, alone, living in a crappy apartment on welfare. No friends, her circle ditched after the scandal. Saw her once at a store, haggard, avoiding eye contact. Please, Mary, she whispered. Help. I walked away. No pity. Mom? Clung to her, but even she distanced, moved in with Aunt Sue, left Emily hanging. Dad passed months later, peaceful knowing justice served. Funeral? I attended, Emily banned. Inherited it all, sold the house, invested smart. But the best? Freedom from their poison. They crumbled, Emily a pariah, Mom regretful, Dad's legacy tainted. I was livid for years, but now? Triumphant. Who the hell survives that and thrives? Me. And it all ended with me cutting them out forever, building something real. After the dust settled, I built a life that was all mine, no toxic ties, just pure freedom. Sold the family house quick, too many ghosts, and used the cash to buy my dream condo downtown, with a killer view and space for my art studio. Work? Promoted to senior designer, traveling for gigs, loving every second. Friends became family, weekly dinners, vacations, people who cheer my wins without envy. Dated a bit, found a great guy now, kind, supportive, no drama. We're talking future, but slow. Therapy helped unpack the rage. I'm not angry anymore, just empowered. Cut contact permanent, blocked numbers, no socials, 0 holidays. Mom tried reaching out once, we miss you. Miss me? After enabling hell? Deleted. Emily? Heard she's struggling, single mom, dead-end job, no inheritance windfall. Good. She made her bed. The moral? Real family isn't blood, it's the ones who love you fierce, no strings, no betrayals. Blood can be poison, choose your tribe. If you're in a toxic mess, gather strength, plan smart, and strike when ready. You deserve better. I did it at 30, thriving like never before. Who's laughing now? Me all the way.